this. Howdy, howdy. We are now looking at the local technical college and looking at some of their stuff. They got interesting jazz. Mm. I don't know what a technical diploma is, but I do know what a certificate is. What is a technical diploma? What is a technical diploma? A technical diploma is a certification students can get alongside their high school diploma. It shows that they have skills in a technical field and can enter that field right after they graduate high school. Technical diploma is a lot of high school students enter the workforce. Blah. Don't care. That's silly billy stuff. I don't care about that. We are going to look at their certificates. Apply filter. Okay. Additive manufacturing certificate. Art recording. They have a baking and pastry certificate. What the fuck? What even? What's the purpose of that? Hey man, did you do the outreach? Of course I did. Of course I did, homie. It was pretty good. I talked to some crazy dude who was like Christian and talking about like how Jesus isn't all thing and that like we need to like open up our like chi and stuff and like I need to acknowledge like positive and negative energies at like war and stuff and it was interesting. I was just kind of like, hey man, if you say so, but like, can you just like not cause unnecessary suffering and like spread the good word, bro? He's like, no, and just walked away. I tried to offer him like cards, and I'm like, please, bro, just take a card. He's like, I know the truth, and I'm like, you sound like a schizo for sure. Uh, and another group of people also came by and like I've only learned to give a theist 5 minutes tops. Yeah, you're probably right. That's a good point. He was only going to give me 5 minutes tops since I started talking some real philosophy jazz. He was like, I'm fucking outie. And I'm like, yeah, okay. But an awesome moment happened when a bunch of girls were just kind of like driving by in a car, and one of them looked out the window and was like, "Oh my god, I agree, awesome!" And then like gave me the thumbs up, and then all the other ones looked at the sign and went, "Woo, also put their thumbs up." And then they parked, and then they came out of the car and they asked if they could take a picture of me, and they were like, "This is gonna be the greatest graduation photo ever, man." So I'm guessing they just graduated high school or something, but basically they wanted to take a picture of me, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, sure, why not? I don't care." So it was pretty cool. I mean, I guess cool encounters, random crazy schizo person, and a group of 3 people who are like young and were spontaneous and being like, yeah, this is awesome. I'm glad you're doing this. And they took a picture of me, which means they got a picture of themselves with, a giant sign saying Bertha's the Candle Spell Suffering Death, www.stophavingkids.org, which means there's a good chance that them or someone they know that sees the photo is going to go to www.stophavingkids.org. And that's a win in my book. So, ew. Sweet. Basic office skills? What the fuck is office skills certificate? They just hand shit out, don't they? Calf and heifer care certificate. Honestly, I would not be surprised if this paid fucking good. What the hell is this? Basic animal husbandry, dairy reproduction, dairy nutrition. So you take 4 different courses, and then you get a degree, well, a certificate in calf and heifer care. You could probably make good money doing that. And not that it would be ethical to really be involved in the industry, but it would make you good money, I'm sure. Yeah, that's a huge win. Too bad we'll never know whether we had influence on non-existent Earths. Yeah, pretty much. It's tragic. We can only hope, and, you know, even then, it's just, I don't believe in free will, so it's just like, yay, a win in my book. And then I'm a realist identity nihilist, and I'm like, I don't even have a book. I don't even really exist. And then I'm just like, become sad again, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, all my achievements are illusions. But when it comes down to it, hey, as long as it prevents suffering, who cares if all my achievements are just, not really achievements and just like things that occur, you know, from the principles of the universe doing their thing. Anyways, let's go back. Care coordinator, clay certificate. What the fuck? Cow care. Yo, that probably pays well. Honestly, I guess if you're like a veterinarian, it's not like. Honestly, if you wanted to do, I'm sure you could probably get like a certificate in like cow care, go to farms, and then like have like a hidden GoPro and be like bump 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 bump, and like secretly like upload like shit to other places or like send it into for important companies, just ask like blur out your voice and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that though, but that's definitely determinism is humbling. Indeed, it is humbling, but determinism basically just makes everything just like big sad. But at the same time, it's you know I can still be big rad even if I'm big sad. Crying inside. Okay. Digital marketing certificate. Drone technology. Wow, that's kind of sounds cool. Emergency dispatch. If I almost became an EMT at one point. Fun fact, that was the first job I was going to go into as EMT. And day one, there was just like, if you don't really like helping people, you're going to hate every moment of this. It is not worth the pay. And I was just like, okay, cool. I'm a psychopath, so nowadays I'm actually kind of do care about helping people, but I'm also a pro-mortalist, so that would be all at the same time. Like every single time someone's dying, about to die, I'd be like, this is a moral conundrum. Do I let them bleed? Just kidding. So, no, really would be a moral conundrum. So yeah, the moral story is I'm never going to become an EMT. Despite the fact that I would be probably a pretty good EMT. Besides the fact that I hate syringes. Syringes are gross. Syringes make me feel really nauseous. And anytime blood draws happen, anytime a needle goes into someone's body, the part of my soul just dies. Like part of my essence just gets obliterated, and whatever will to live in my body is like, oh, just drifts away. And that very moment, I see a needle enter someone's arm. It just makes me, gives me the chillies, the chilly willy billies. I don't even know. Power fluid certificate. What the fuck is it? Again, healthcare leadership. Oh. Gerontology. What the fuck's this? Old people. Okay. So if you wanted to get tuition costs approximately $1,800. What courses? That's probably quite a bit. Aging. Basically, if you wanted to do some stuff like working with old people in the hospital, bing bang boom, that's how you get in right away. You just pay $1,000, and then in your first week you'll probably be working overtime because those places are understaffed. So you'll make your $1,800 back within the first week, and you'll also gain a new skill if you don't already have it, called clinical depression and back pain. So I mean, that's why I'm not going to go into this. I already am aware of how fucking horrible it would be to take care of elderly people, especially given that I'm a pro-mortalist. I'm like, why don't you just die, have a heart attack? I'm the inside. On the outside, I'd be like, oh yeah, Miss Janet, you have a great day. Your husband will be here pretty soon. And then she'd be like, oh, I'll see George again. But George is already dead because she has dementia and forgot about it. That's just a hypothetical example. I don't know anybody named George or anybody named whatever the hell I said. But it was for comedic value, and also slight shock value because people are normal and they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, ha ha ha. So, indeed. Intro to Education certificate? Wow. No one cares. Law Office Administration. Okay. Library Assistant certificate. That's pretty cool, actually. Let's see, how much does this cost? Approximately $1,460. Not too bad. Well, let's see, what are the courses? You literally take 3 courses. Oh, lordy. This is kind of cool. It's kind of rad. Not gonna lie, kind of. Health of Nurse would be fun to load them up on morphine. Yeah, basically, become house. Just become house. It is the way. For a second, I thought this said mechanical drifting, and I was like, that sounds dope. And then I was just like, drafting, and I'm like, oh, that sounds lame. No offense if anybody drafts mechanically, I guess. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend. MIG welding. I'm actually not too bad at welding. Too bad I don't actually want to, turn my lungs into spaghetti and go blind, and also I don't really want to work in an industry where I can't smoke weed ever again. So, I'm gonna pretend that I never have those skills, because that would mean that I might have to be a welder someday because of money. But that also means that I'm gonna be like, please, Joe Biden, legalize the weed. Just do it. And then he won't, and I'm gonna be like, ugh. Then I'll get a welding certificate, and then I'll immediately get fired and be homeless or some shit, and end of my story in terms of being a worker. I did not mean to click the mechanical technology intro certificate. Ew. Phlebotomy. Personal care worker. Oh, it's just hospital stuff. Interesting. I want to know what the fuck phlebotomy is. Though a lot of these jobs can happen just doing it and working up. Oh, 100%, 100%, yeah. There's just some stuff in here that I'm interested in adding to my resume just because I'm not going to finish college and dropping out. So I'm just kind of like, what can I do at the tech college to just be like, oh, look at this thing that I did. You know, it's just like there's 8 billion people on the planet. It's like most jobs don't require a whole lot of effort besides just brain. Are we job hunting? School hunting, a little bit job hunting, I guess too, but mainly just school hunting. Looking for a degree. What the fuck is phlebotomy? Teaches blood. Oh my fucking god! My literal fear. Oh my. Maybe yeah. If I ever want to torture myself, and also conquer my fear, I could take this and literally pass out every day for 8 weeks as I watch people draw blood, and then I'd eventually conquer my fear. And if I do that, I would like full-time Fortniter. Yo, I'm actually pretty okay at Fortnite. I usually get like third place or second place, like almost every game. And I usually get like 10 kills or some shit like that. So I'm not too bad. It's always just one person who's better than me in the game. I'm like, fuck you. Also, I just lost the game. If you know what that game is, I'm really fucking sorry. I'm not. You just lost. So there you go. Welcome. If you don't know what the game is, don't look it up. Cause you're welcome. X-ray service technician. Emerging career. She has a peace sign. Oh my god, they're appealing to the goddamn fucking happy. No, I'm kidding. The biomedical X-ray service technician advanced. Oh my god, it has such a nice name. Look at that. Like if I had a certificate in that, it would be like, oh look at that guy. He's real fucking cool. He has a thing. To move into bio specialty, blah blah blah. These include X-ray equipment, how to read an X-ray and diagnose root cause, report image quality, measuring the X-ray tube performance by emerging with. So basically, you would just work on X-rays and make sure X-rays, install and service imaging equipment, read an X-ray, diagnose the root cause of shitty X-rays, and measure the X-ray tube performance. So basically, you just calibrate and install parts for X-rays and make sure the X-ray is properly functioning. And if it's not properly functioning, you diagnose the reason for why it's not properly functioning so that you can fix it and service the X-ray. I imagine that pays you pretty fucking good, but it also costs $2,000. I think your fear of blood being drawn is keeping us safe, so please don't take that class. No, here's the thing. I have no problem with, like, people bleeding to death, my dude. Like, I love gore. Gore is great. When it comes to needles, now that's scary. That's a little spooky. Though you could argue that my fear of needles is relevant. I mean, to be fair, if I were to ever become a serial killer, I would be a benevolent one. I'd I would just inject people in their sleep and I'd just break into the home, cap the fucking husband, and then you just inject the fuckers and then just you know. That for the record, if that ever happens, it was never me. So if any of you are ever gonna kill someone, please don't do exactly what I said because otherwise the cops will fucking think it was me. And now you have an alibi, and oh my god, there's gonna be someone out there who does this now. I'm fucked. I'm just joking. No one's gonna. There's like a very small portion of the planet is a psychopath. No one is gonna like kill someone and frame it on me. if they do though, it'd be fucking hilarious. That'd be such a meme. I'd be like in jail, like, yo, bro, someone fucking did it, lol. And then I get like shaked by like some person or something, and then I'd bleed to death, and then then we'd find out if reincarnation is true. Fuck yeah, generic subjective continuity, baby. Just kidding. No. Softcore Apple having PTSD a little bit. Just wondering how the fuck the FLS community has brain cells still. Well, hopefully there is at least one. Well, hopefully, I really hope there's not. I really hope there's not someone who's gonna do exactly what I said. But when it comes down to it, remember, guys, a home invasion only takes about 2 minutes to pull off, or less. There was a Wisconsin case not too long ago. I forgot her name. Something Katie, whatever. Something Katie G something. Moral of the story is this person was like fucking creepy ass mofo was like, she looked fine. Moral of the story, she's 14, so she didn't look fine. She's a fucking 14-year-old. And then he was just like, boom, and just like busted down the door like, yeah. Well, moral is like, it was more like knock, 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 and then the person was like, oh, hello, who's there? He's like, me. And then, just bang, husband dies, blasts open the door, opens it, goes in there, mom and the kid run off to the fucking like bathroom, like lock themselves in. He just blows off the fucking lock from the door, kills the mom, and then takes her. And it was like apparently like a 2 minute and like 20-something second home invasion or something. Moral of the story is they didn't find her for like multiple months, but apparently she was alive and relatively fine when she escaped. But hey, moral of the story is the world's fucking dangerous, y'all. Be careful out there. Don't don't assume you're a macho man. The world's fucking spooky, man. Yeah, too interesting. Well, that sucks. Yeah, man, it only takes 2 minutes for home invasion to basically pull off. Well, the story is, like, the world's fucking dangerous and scary, and, all these people out here that are, like, complete moral nihilists who are just like, yeah, man, I can protect my family. It don't matter. It don't matter if things are right or wrong. Objective morality, that silly Billy stuff, I don't know why you want there to be objective morality. It's like, no, I want there to be objective morality because it takes 2 minutes for a home invasion to go off. And if someone breaks into my house at fucking like 2 in the morning and I'm passed out, there's no fucking way. No matter how glocked the fuck up I am, I can keep a fucking gun underneath my pillow. It doesn't fucking matter. Because if I'm literally passed the fuck out in REM sleep and someone busts my fucking door down, I'm not gonna be coherent enough to fucking stop a fucking lead round from entering my chrome dome, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's why I'm worried about objective morality, because there's people out there who are like me, but actually like more psychotic. So, if I exist, that means there's people worse than me. And if that's the case, then it's just like, yeesh, I'm clearly not the worst person on the planet. I'm literally like vegan and like donate a portion of my income to like charity and shit. But my brain is fucking psychotic as shit. So moral of the story is like, if my brain's like that, it means other people's brains are way worse, and that means there's things to be concerned about in the world, Given my brain just operates in just the most robotically murderous way. It's just like, you see a person, you're just like, brain that flashes like a million ways you can kill them in like 2 seconds. Just kidding. It's not that bad, but really though, it's like my brain just like can basically like come up with like a completely valid way to like get away from murder in like 2 seconds, based on just like your life assessment. You ask me some things, I could be like, this is how you can do it, bro. And I would just be like pumping all the responses. I'm psychotic as shit, bro. The brain of a psychopath. I'd be like, here's what you have to watch out for. Bing bang boom. Little story is I'm fucked up in the head, and y'all listen to FLS Jesus here, and know that the world's dangerous. Now, I mean, I want to believe in objective morality, so it's just like of multiple reasons. One, so it's not that I know what to be concerned about. More just so it's like people generally are like, oh, hey, this is objectively wrong, therefore I shouldn't do this. when it comes down to if there's like an objective reason where someone shouldn't do this, like they ought not to do it, that means logically speaking, they can come or like through like intellect, they can basically just like come to the conclusion like, oh, I ought not to do that, and I think that's possible. So, because that's basically where I'm at right now. So it's like I think that there is a sense of objectivity or like subjective universality or whatever, because then it allows us to like not be like LMAO home invasion cool, I guess, because why not? It's just like there has to be a reason for things to be right and wrong. Like there has to be an ought to like not do something horrible like that. You can't just be like, yeah, he's home invader. He can home invade, no problem with that. As long as I defend myself, glockety, everything's cool. I'm on top of you. No, that's not how the world works. The world is scary, as I said before. You're not gonna survive a home invasion. You're probably gonna die. So I don't want to be. Here's the thing. I want to live by myself in a fucking trailer on a small property in the fucking woods and just enjoy myself being alone with a little Wi-Fi router and be like, look at this. I have video games and I have pure natures for as long as I can fucking see. That is what I want. And what's also great about that, someone could totally kill me easily as fuck. Like, just like, look, there's a camper. Like, you could just, like, literally just, like, go up to, like, one of the windows, peek in, and, like, cap me, and just, like, whoop, 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 and just walk off. And I'd just die. I'd just bleed out. You could literally just, like, take, like, a Molotov cocktail, like, 90%, 95% proof, like, Everclear. Just, like, take a rag, just, like, right in my fucking door. And what am I gonna do? Like, do anything? No, I'm gonna burn alive my fucking little, like, fucking like 10. So it's like, I want to believe that there's objective reason why someone out there doesn't like me because I'm a like prick and have like radical like social and now philosophical beliefs shouldn't objectively just kill me for no reason. I'd argue that this is about controlling others' actions and beliefs as well for what you perceive as good cause. Of course, if there was or wasn't any objective morality, we're seeing what it looks like. We're seeing, yeah, basically, I also believe, yeah, we should control people's actions. There should be a reason that people's actions should be like different than they are and should be controlled and like monitored and like be disciplined. There's a reason there should be like an ought to like an action, like there's like there should be like an objective way someone should live their life, like a perfect life per se, and then like an unacceptable life per se. Like that's kind of, so you're right, yeah. I mean, people call me a fascist. I don't know about that. I consider myself a little bit of a philosopher king type of advocate. If he's the perfect philosopher king, I can't say he's wrong. So telecommunications tower technician. Hmm, interesting. Okay. From someone tries to establish an objective rule, so it always differs from the next guy's objective rules. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't believe in like rule or morality. I'm just kind of like, well, the one rule and the only rule is pain bad, shit hurty equals no bueno. Basically, that's all you need to know is just like the one rule is unnecessary pain, not cool. Pain in general, not cool. Like pain's always bad, and consequences are what matter in regards to pain. Basically, that's the two rules: pain bad, consequences matter. That's that. Like the two rules, the two rules that basically make negative utility. Like I mean, in a way, everything can be deontological if you really think about it. Not really, no. But I'm just joking. Job education, echocardiography. What the fuck? What the hell is this? Oh no, ultrasound. I'm sure that pays well, but nope, I'm not gonna do that. I'd just be angry all the time. I'd just be like, you fucking sinners. Not actually sinners, but you unethical monsters. I like them rules. I do like them rules too, but like when it comes down to it, I think them rules be artificial. They're technically not objectively true. And for someone who's like a nihilist like you, it makes sense to like them rules. For me as a utilitarian, I'm like, I think I already know the truth, homie. It's just measurements of pain. And so therefore rules kind of are irrelevant to me. And also I'm a psychopath, so I mean also like rules are kind of irrelevant to me. It's kind of just like it's always been like, hey, you know, if I agree with it, I agree with it. If I don't agree with it, it's probably stupid. So, you know, it's basically just been always my mindset. So I'm not a big fan of rules per se. Rules are good instrumentally, but I don't fuck with rules otherwise. Fire medic. Yo, that sounds kind of cool. Who texted me? Darian, I know it's a shitty fucking meme. I know it's a shitty meme, and I am not ready for your shitty meme. I really hope that triggers some type of aneurysm in my brain, and I just die. Okay. Okay, let's continue on. Havoc? I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool. Heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. Yes, very cool. Literally cool. This pun because it was literally about, you know, air conditioning and refrigeration. Yeah, ha 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 he hoo hoo. Jokes. We all look them jokes here, you know. I'm a comedy master. Let's continue on. Justice and community advocacy. Laboratory science. They go past the business ethics, maybe. Just management. No. Where's ethics? Is there any ethics stuff here? I could have swore there was ethics in this. Bitch. Let's see. Nursing. Paramedic to nursing bridge. That sounds fucking dope. What the hell? You could like parachute. As a nurse, you make different in the lives of what the hell is this? $7,000? Oh my god! What are my courses? Hermetic theory. So if you want to jump out of planes, I guess, and rescue people, you just need to pay them like $8,000 and take like 6 classes, and like in that. I slightly giggled. You're welcome. I'm glad that I made you have a little chuckle. Ha ha ha. Hee hee hoo. You know. Let's see. What else is it? Respiratory therapy. Uh, just telling people like breathe properly. Like just like get over it, kid. Here, take this inhaler. No, I don't know. Vineyard management, wellness. I could have swore there was an ethics thing in here. Who texteth me? Just random group chats. Or the Binner Circle, maybe. Nah, it's not the Binner Circle. It's altruism. Live streaming activism and crying. The usual. There we go. Comedy. Welcome. 3 people on YouTube and potentially 1 person on Twitch, which I'm pretty sure is just like the Twitch app, which some counts as a view, I guess, maybe. So there could just be a person watching me on Twitch. If that's the case, hello, very quiet person on Twitch. The fuck is a technical diploma? The apprenticeships. So there's some cool apprenticeships. These are all paid for, by the way. So basically, you join with a company, and they'll pretty much pay for your whole entire degree, and you just have to like work for them for like 2 or 4 years or some shit. So basically, you want to become a carpenter, a mason, electrician, I guess an early childhood educator, electrical line worker. That one's kind of, he's a fuck ton. You also have a good chance of dying, so it's pretty metal. I would totally love it. I don't even have a fear of heights. Unfortunately, the test for drugs though, and I would have to stop smoking weed, and I'm not gonna do that. Fucking AC motherfuckers. Pipe fitter. Okay. Lubrication. Just kidding. Mechanist apprentice, maintenance, metering, millwright. I have no clue what that is, but it sounds boring. Organic vegetable farm manager apprenticeship. That is some very vegan shit. Let's see. I mean, not that it's very profitable to be a farmer, as far as I'm aware, but you could totally become a vegan farmer, in the span of 2 growing seasons. I guess that's the fucking weirdest thing for a fucking like time frame. Everything else is like, this will take 8 weeks, approximately something amount of money. And this is just like, take 2 growing seasons, boys. Yeah, but once the crops come up, if there's a good yield, y'all pass. I don't fucking know. Shipbuilder, welder, apprentice. Damn, I didn't realize we had such a demand for shipbuilding in Wisconsin that it was worthy of having a fucking class and apprenticeship for. But okay. Fucking wild then. I swear on the Virgin Mary. There has to be a business ethics thing. I'm pretty sure there was one. Business operations. I swear to God. This is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Because I'm pretty sure they might have removed it. Lean Six Sigma. Yo! I can become a Sigma in 8 weeks. Dudes. I think I found my new pat. No, I'm kidding. What the fuck? What the fuck is the Sigma Grindset class, though? I want to know what this is. Develop general awareness of Lean Six Sigma. T-pose. What is it? Why it matters. Why you become a Chad. Why your balls grow. I'm kidding, that's not what it says. What makes it successful? This course provides an overview of Six Sigma concepts and language, an introduction to the defined measure analysis. The green belt Six Sigma. So you become a green belt in karate, and you become a Sigma, guys. What's a Sigma? You will know what a Sigma is in here in a second. You've never heard of a Sigma male before, bro? Oh my god, I need a. This is disappointing. I am going to stop screen sharing, and I'm going to share a screen of the definition of what a Sigma is. I didn't really. I can't believe I'm explaining what a Sigma is. What are the common traits of a Sigma? A Sigma male is basically just they're introverts that to themselves and stuff whatever, but they also have like very Chad qualities. By that I mean like not really, but yeah, kind of basically. It's basically the idea of like an introverted alpha male. That's what a Sigma. So I don't actually believe that class is about the meme of like being a Sigma male. Like there's literally a picture of like fucking like gray pictures of like men staring at cameras, and it's cringe. But if there's actually a class on how to become a Sigma at my local tech college, I really hope there fucking is, because that'd be hilarious. That'd be so fucking funny. I would laugh for like 2 seconds. I'd be like, ha ha ha. Anyways, let's take a gan though. There has to be a fucking business ethics course, I'm pretty damn sure. Maybe there's a search bar. Hmm. Oh, I'm a Sigma? Yeah, sure you are. Sure you are, Mr. Apple. I believe it. You're definitely Sigma. I'm just kidding. You might be out as far as I know. I mean, like, sure. Let's see. Hmm. What the fuck? Just an old dude. What does that have anything to do with ethics? What the hell? Philanthropy one. Whatever the fuck that is. Nothing. I can't believe I fucking spelled business wrong. That's why I don't deserve to be. Business. Y'all. Management? You. Operations? You. 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 I'm gonna be right back. I want to figure out what the fuck this ethics page is. I think my mother pulled it up before. She was like, "Yo, you should take this thing," and I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna find it and look at the other stuff going on at school," because I used to go there and they didn't have ethics back in the day. But there's no fucking way they just removed it. Like they just want to, like the demiurge just teasing my balls, just like, "Here, look at this class you can take," and then just like slap me like it's gone now. Get fucked. So, Hey, we're back at it again. Did you actually cry yesterday during your existential crisis? Fuck yeah, my dude. I was like thinking about like how nothing matters and how like I'm basically just here fucking in the goddamn like suffering for all this bullshit, and the one person in my life that I ever cared for is dead. My promise to them isn't valid anymore now because they're dead. And yeah, stuff like that. It was just big old existential crisis mode, just like breaking down, being like, "Lee." So, anyways, let's go to view program, select location, Green Bay, click. Oh, here we go. Found it. Ethical Leadership Certificate. The Ethical Leadership Certificate is designed for people who wish to acquire and improve their skills in creating and maintaining a legal, ethical, and diverse work environment. These courses apply towards credits, blah, 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 blah. Who gives a fuck? It costs $1,625. Not too bad, not too bad. What are my courses? 3 classes: legal issues, supervision. So basically, become a supervisor. My internet died if you responded to my last question. Oh, yeah. All I did. So yeah, the answer is yes. Yes, I did, homie. Was just big thinking about life and how I'm going nowhere. There's no point of any of the, the one person I'm alive that I cared for my entire life and actually respected as a human being and looked up to and like admired is now dead. And I'm just like, well, okay. And it's just basically I was just kind of going into like existential dread mode yesterday. Like I'm going nowhere fast, and the only thing that made any of this worth it's gone. And it's just me and my misery just kind of like welled up yesterday. And I was just like looking at school like this is pointless. All this is pointless. I don't want to do any of this. It's just painful and not worth doing. So yeah, I pretty much just kind of like broke down and was just like, why am I doing this, Shamira? Like, why am I even here, bro? I just wanted to like cease existing. Like, why? Just kind of like fucking breaking down, basically, just wishing I was dead with her, just gone, just into the void as well. So yes, I did cry yesterday, just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, just a few manly tears, Corporate entrepreneurship cringe. Photography. I could be quirky. Oh my god. So far, it's the ethics one, and then maybe X-ray technician. But no, I'm probably not going to do X-ray technician. Damn, too real. Yeah, man. Life's real and it's fucking scary, bro. It's not cool. Everything's too real, bro. Wish Why can't I just be in an anime, bro? Why can't I be an anime girl with big titties? Just saying baka to OP and, you know, I don't fucking know. Moral of the story is life sucks. uh, we are going to go. Highlight the code. If anybody lives in Wisconsin, also, take this class with me, homie. You can dominate all of the class. Everybody's just be like, I don't know, man. I kind of think the trolley problem, we should, like, not pull it because that feels mean. And then we're just be like, we should multi trolley drift, motherfuckers. And they're just like, whoa. So, like, just kidding. But if not, we could convince the whole class that we ought to multi trolley drift. We have to do it. Fuck. How come I cannot take that program code? And apply? Maybe I need to go into here. Enrolling classes. Eat my ass. God damn it. Fucking internet. Okay. Program or certificate. No. Huh. Interesting. Damn, too real. What, nine? What do you want to vote for? You having a stroke, my dude? I think Soft Apple Core just died. He took the L. This is so sad. Can we pour one out for the Apple guy? Nice. According to the email I just got, congratulations on your acceptance to the Ethical Leadership Certificate at NBC. We are so excited to have you as a student. What's next? Blah, blah, blah bullshit. Basically, I dropped out of college and I started a new. Oh, what? Basically, I dropped out of college and started a fucking new degree all in one day. That's what you do. Bing, bang, boom. You go with the flow. Life is life. So, apparently, just one person no one watching me anymore. Okay, that was weird. Went from people to no one. Almost span of a minute. Yo, guys, how bad is my mic in all honesty? I need to know. How bad is my mic? I know it's pretty bad, but like, how bad on a scale of 1 to 10? So I got accepted into a new program. Goodbye. You joined and then immediately left. Fucking. I'm just kidding. Really. It got rain on my phone and it temporarily gained sentience. I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, hopefully you didn't have to put it out of its misery. Moral of the story is I got accepted into the new program. I got accepted into the business ethics, whatever program, whatever. I'll fucking pull up the name of the program. Uh, Congratulations on your acceptance to the Ethical Leadership Certificate at MBTC. So there we go. I dropped out of one college, joined a different college, got into the program all in one day. I was trying to ask what anime do you want to be in, you weeb. If I had to be in anime, I would choose Sword Art Online. Just straight up, just like kill myself day one aneurysm. Just kidding. No, no, I would choose. Hmm. Assuming that like I get cool abilities, maybe like My Hero Academia or something, man. I don't know, man. My Hero Academia has like cool powers. Yeah, My Hero Academia maybe or something like that. I don't know, something that's like you get cool powers and you get, like a lot of people get cool powers. That way, it's not like I'm just like a random person in the world. It's like a human. It's just like, oh, this is boring. Oh, of course, you're the main character. Well, if I'm the main character, that's different. I choose Fate Stay Night then, or Fate Zero, or like not Fate Zero. Probably I choose one of the Fate universes, or like Pokemon or something. Pokemon would be dope. Imagine that. Like like everything's basically free. You get to like have powers and stuff from like weird creatures that help you out and are just like naturally nice for some reason. I would choose Pokemon because that's basically a guaranteed way to live and not die. And, yeah, that's what I'd do. If I was trying to live between anime, it would be Pokemon because Big Bang Boom, easy win. You can't die. There's no such thing as homeless people, basically, and you know, you have fun, I guess, for living. Like literally, that people live by just like doing. I don't know how the fucking economy works in Pokemon, but it's wild. Would your morality go out the window if you were in Pokemon? No, I'd just be going around euthanizing Pokemon. I would just catch like a really really strong Pokemon, level it up, and like train it to harmlessly like kill things, and probably get like one of those like scorpion Pokemon and like level up to like 100 or something. I'd become like a bug type Pokemon like trainer that uses like poison type bug Pokemon, and I'd just like go around euthanizing things, but like cat like having like moth guy use sleeping powder, and then they pass out, and then it's just like scorpion dude use poison sting, and then you just like euthanize the little critters. So that's what I'd do if I was in Pokemon. I'd be like a Pokemon Nephilim. Pokemon is something I never really watched growing up. I have a lot of questions about how that world works. Basically, it's like a utopia, but unless you're a Pokemon, in which then you're just basically forced to fight each other. But like, we pretend they don't care or something, because we're kids and we're like cool powers. Go, so, hey, we just pretend. Then it's fine. Good question. I think sometimes they reproduce. I don't know how they reproduce. Are they happy in those balls? It kind of depends. I think it depends on the Pokemon. Some of them don't want to be in Pokeballs, like Pikachu. Other ones are cool with it, I guess, for some reason. What if a captured Pokemon doesn't want to fight? Then I guess they just kind of refuse. I guess it's happened before. Why do they fight? I don't know, because animals are fucking pieces of shit, and just then Pokemon is just like LMAO. And I mean, I think it'll be a little. It's a kids show, so it'd be like bad to have the animals be like, "Please, master, I don't want to fight. I just want to be tranquil. I had a family out in the wild, but you ripped me out of their hands, never to see them again, and to travel the world with Homo sapiens, and force me to fight for their own amusement." How great if a bog no, like if you had to get like really philosophical about it, like it would turn into like, oh shit, this is literally just like slavery and dog fighting. Like yeah, like this is just what the hell? We're watching dog fighting but with like powers given to the dogs. So hey, like to be fair, yeah, I mean Pokemon is weird. But hey, Pokemon is also kind of awesome if you were like a kid and just like, wow, I can just not work and I can have slaves fight for me for a living. That sounds cool. Just kidding. Moral story is life isn't cool though. I'm not gonna get laid from that chick that I was flirting from earlier today. I don't think, at least anymore. Unfortunate. Didn't just not happen. Thought I had a chance, and I think I blew it. Just to be though, it's me. No surprise. Not that that's the reason life's bad. Life's just bad in general. Well, it doesn't help that I can't get laid. Hey friends, I know Jesus Christ lives and and I know he can help you climb any mountain that is blocking your path, and he will help you find peace and joy in your life if you come to him. How we've been able to grow closer with God. Fuck off, Travis. You got a Mormon. Silver sounds cool. Rant 2023. honestly, hey, don't tempt the Ethylism guy. He might get tempted to take me out of context. Just kidding. I'm sorry. What happened? Did you text her? I did text her, and it didn't work out. No, sir. Apparently, according to my brother, I'm too bold. So, uh, we're going to cover her phone number. Uh, doesn't really fucking matter. It's not going to. It's going to call like a random person. I'm just gonna read it out loud. Hail. What did you say, bro? I sort of hail. I don't know why I said hail. Just thought at the moment, like I would usually say howdy to people when I greet them, but hail seems like the second most thing that I say is like howdy and hail. But howdy just seems a little weird if you're gonna try to ask someone to have casual sex. Like, how do you want rude and tootin'? You wanna fuck? Like, I'm not gonna do howdy. So I was just like, hail. And then fourth Brant here, because she said there was four Brants in one day that she talked to. And I was just like, okay, so fourth Brant here. Glad I could meet you, Joy, because her name is Joy. It was a pleasant chat, and I appreciate the stroking of my ego. Sounds a little sexual, so I'm like, he was not very Sigma. Heo is so not Sigma. No, it's not very, but when it comes down to it, what are you supposed to do? Like, hey, I don't know. Hey just seems like so boring, bro. It's just like there's no energy behind that. It's just like, hey. Okay, that's a good fourth. Okay, that's a good fourth brand. Fair enough. So I was just like, hey, fourth brand here. Glad I could meet you. Joy was a pleasant chat, and I appreciate the stroking of my ego. Sounds because she said I looked attractive and stuff. And I'm like, it sounds a little sexual when you say stroking, especially considered she made a joke about a hand job earlier. And I was like, if you ever want to get lunch or bang, let me know. Hang, star asterisk, LMAO. And then she basically just said, LMAO, I'm dead. And then didn't respond after that. And I said, hey, glad I could get a chuckle out of that joke. I mean, the offer is serious, though. And it's been, dead. To be fair, the place that I think she works at closes like 8 minutes ago. So maybe she just didn't respond because she's at work. But more likely than not, I blew it. I'm pretty damn sure I blew it. So it it was worth an effort, but an effort that failed. She's probably just flirting with me because she wanted me to buy whatever product she's trying to sell, and she gets a chunk of the profits or something like that. Either way, it came down to me probably not getting laid in the end, unless if that changes, I'll let you know. But I mean, to be severe, if you ever want to get lunch or man, let me know, which isn't very cash money either in terms of. Damn, would have worked on me, man. Hey, I'm glad. I'm glad. But yeah, man, it didn't work on her. So more of the stories, I gave it a shot. Bing boom. Maybe she's not the type to like being asked to hang out front. Tragic. Yeah, pretty much. That's what my brother said. He was like, "Dang, bro, that was really assertive of you to be like right up front." And I'm like, "Yeah," but she was also massively flirting with me, like literally, like putting her legs in between mine and shit, and like rubbing my thigh and shit, and like yeah, like she was getting into it, man. So I was like, like she was straight up flirting with me, like crazy levels. So I'm like it was obvious. Like usually I've dealt myself, but that was pretty obvious. So I was like, she probably is interested. Turns out she's probably more interested in my wallet, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. She don't want no broke land. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Basically. The real question is, do I go in for a round two and just be like I could really just go for it and just see, maybe like she was busy, maybe she was at work and she forgot, and she's just like a woman who has so many things on her mind. Or because no matter what I lost, as you said, it's like you lose, get them next time. So when it comes down to it, do I ring the next time around and be like, yo, why you such a cock tease, Joy? You shouldn't do a man like that, Or do I just go like, she didn't respond. She didn't respond. It do be shrug. Because, hell no. Yeah, you're right. Hell no is the answer. Yeah, you're right. I agree. I mean, nah, you're right. There's no reason to go further. That's pretty much what I was thinking. So but I'm like, you may as well ask. You may as well ask. There's like, a homie in the room who doesn't give a shit. So it's just like, you may as well just ask. And hell knows the response I figure would be the most valid. Because the inside of me was like, hell no. The part of me that's been single for like fucking 7 years is like, bro, just try to find love. Try to find pussy in any way, bro. But no. Socially not inept part of me is just like, don't do it. Well, she was fine though. I mean, she's like literally like 30 though. She was like a 30-year-old lady, like divorced and shit. It's like a 30 divorced, hot as fuck though. I'm like, she was Jewish or Hebrew or whatever. Basically, if having the family for the news, maybe fuck it, why not? But it's pretty much kind of how I'm looking at it. I'm like, what still do this? I'm just some dude that walks around. It's not like it's like, it's just a text. It's just like, she ignores me or gets a laugh out of it. If she gets a laugh out of it, then from a negative utilitarian standpoint, I only really helped out in the universe. So, so hey, that's the way I look at it. I'll wait 24 hours before I text back. That's the standard rule, anyways. I broke standard rule right off the bat by texting it the first day. But I figured, why do all that petty bullshit of like, oh, like if you want to fuck a chick, I mean, you just tell her you want. You don't just be like all this bullshit that like my brother does and stuff, where it's like, I'm gonna like look at her from across the room and she's gonna somehow like know that I want like some woman shit. From my Sigma observation, it's much harder to get any type of sexual or romantic relationship without playing the game first. yeah, you're kind of right. But I mean, hey, I was flirting the fuck out of her, and she was flirting heavily with me. So I figured, when it comes down to it, that was enough of a game right there. I mean, she basically said she wanted to suck my dick, and she basically said, like, some shit like that. So, I mean, when it comes down to it, I was like, I thought I'm in. Wasn't in, though. So, unsurprising, because I'm me. So, oh, that guy's crispy. We did it. We have skill. I don't care. How's it going, Seb?
It's going fine. I was in I was some of the thing. The I like to see the comments, but if they're a bit if I hear the video also, there's a bit of a lag and I can hear myself. That is distracting. But I finished um, fairly long conversation with Sohar, and it increased my mood a bit.
That's good.
And got it, I was going to see how long it was, but mm. How are you?
Doing pretty okay. Same as before, basically. Not much different. Slight disappointments here and there, but also good things. I am accepted into a different college program for kind of like business ethics and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. Outside of that, not a whole lot. I basically got turned down by a chick, and I was like, "Ah, big sad." Not really though. I didn't really care.
It wasn't that. No, it was no. I was going to say it wasn't that one you talked about earlier, but it's probably not.
No, somehow it was though. Like she was straight up flirting the fuck out of me, but somehow she was straight up like this. These women being cock teases. Just how it be. They like to flirt, but they don't want to go further than that. I mean, to be fair, she's just Jewish, so I mean, it kind of makes sense. Flirting, but not fucking. It's just how it be.
Maybe she had a husband or didn't want to cheat or
Uh,
something.
I mean, she said she had a divorce, but I don't know
Oh
if
yeah,
she.
you told me it was she was divorced. Okay.
You'd think it would be easy peasy, but nah.
Yeah, I guess women has to worry about like different stuff. Uh,
Pretty much. Now we're in legendary mode. Let's see how if I fuck up bad here.
do you do you enjoy receiving comments? By the way,
What was that?
do you enjoy seeing like comments on the videos and stuff?
I like putting them on the videos.
Now, if someone comments, do you get some enjoyment out of comments? Seeing different comments which are like good or positive.
A little bit. Not really, but I mean, it's good to get comments. Like, interaction is fun, but I'm not like particularly ecstatic about it. Like, I don't really get off by like social engagement very much, but it's better than being ignored and feeling like I'm not doing anything. Hold on a second. I thought I turned the gameplay to. Oh, it is on lethal. I guess that didn't kill me though, because my health is upgraded.
Did you ever see that one in Mendon video where he played violin and guitar?
Wait, he knows how to play the violin?
Yes. No, he doesn't know how. He just plays poorly on purpose.
Uh, that's pretty cool, though.
I also did one on acoustic guitar. He played very bad on purpose while singing as bad as he could on purpose.
Is men actually pretty good at singing, or no?
I've only heard him sing as bad on purpose.
Ah, I'm not very good at singing.
And neither am I.
I mean, at least you're bold enough to sing and record yourself. I mean, I've done that before, but I've never like professionally in a band or anything like that.
Yeah, I only sing
Just
because no one else volunteers.
uh,
Some bands are like that, like that they consider getting
an
a
outside singer.
vocalist and then turn to singing themselves.
Oh no.
Yeah, some has said like I got mixed reaction from that sort of stuff. Like some said once I sounded like David Bowie, and some said I sucked. And
Hmm. I think that David Bowie is a little bit of an exaggeration, but you don't suck. That's for sure.
on the last albums, someone just said maybe singing isn't for me, and um, but it was still fun doing it.
Yeah, and fun's half the battle.
That was what counted. There was something I thought about. So
What?
Olfen used to say that uh, s- one of the things I remember is that Olfen said that like natalists have a big impact, like the pro-natalists. They ultimately contribute to there being more anti-natalists in the world. They make response videos and stuff, and then antinatalism gets a bigger reach because of it. Like Jordan Peterson, for example, he thinks antinatalism is this dangerous ideology. What does he do? He debates David Benatar, and but that leads to even more people being aware of antinatalism.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So he's doing something that he doesn't want there to be more antinatalists, Jordan Peterson. I guess, and it seems like, and but he facilitates that the increasing numbers of antinatalism. There's even one video where there's that video David Benatar and Jordan Peterson has now 140,000 views on YouTube.
Hmm. You watched the Sam Harris one? Because I also my antinatalists don't even know about the Sam Harris one.
I watched it a long time ago. I wouldn't be able to summarize it well.
You should watch him back to back. If you watch him back to back, you kind of realize that he's probably a pro mortalist, so that's kind of cool. Just a little bit. Yeah, like he's like a pro mortalist, but doesn't want to admit it, basically, or at least thinks it's possible to be pro mortalist.
The reason I think it is, and everyone I met who's that into it has said they are a promoterlist. I've never heard like anyone, almost anyone.
Hmm.
No, no, has anybody joined so far
Joined what? Apologies.
the stream?
No, I don't think so. It says one person's watching on YouTube, but if that might be you potentially.
Uh, I, I, I doubt it might perhaps join.
It could be Soft Apple Core potentially.
I doubt it is like an OG when it comes to the stuff. If for some reason people have started using the term OG,
OG.
original gangster.
Ah,
I heard a lot of UFC fighters has used the term gangsters. They call themselves gangsters as a synonym for a tough person.
hmm.
That's and then I heard when people call other use that for other things and stuff. A lot of things has been different, like more awareness of pronouns too. A couple of years back, the people I feel like people didn't talk much about pronouns and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, what's your thoughts on the pronouns thing?
Unfortunately, I have some dysfunction when it comes to saying the correct pronouns if I'm in the middle of something and I'm thinking of what to say. Like I have used the wrong pronouns before accidentally.
Yeah, so have
But
I.
if I ideally I would have liked to use the correct pronouns because they clearly want to be called the correct pronoun. Otherwise, it's if they are not, they suffer, and I don't want that. So I want to use the correct pronouns.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I respect that. Yeah. Do you think
But
we? Do you think
yeah,
it's mental illness though, potentially, or do you think like I mean, even if it is mental illness, like you should still not be like mean to them. You should respect their wishes, you know. But do you think it is like technically dysphoria, or do you think like for a lot of times, like if you identify as like I don't know, like something outside of the two major sexes, like just it's kind of odd to me, at least it is. But I don't necessarily think there's anything like wrong with them, but like there's something abnormal.
hmm. Yeah, I thought about that before actually, but I feel a bit guilty if I said that.
No, that's fair. I'm an asshole, so I just kind of say whatever I feel like saying.
Yeah, but I guess they assign um, I guess they assign. I guess they see themselves as a role of a, like someone that identifies as a female sees themselves as having female traits and stuff.
I can see the two
Yeah,
trans I can see the two genders being like, that makes sense to me. Like a guy just thinking they're a girl or a girl thinking they're a guy in terms of sex, but and then that makes sense to me. Like and there's studies that say that like, the brains are more similar to the gender they identify as and stuff. So that makes sense to me, and that's completely valid. What doesn't make sense to me is like, there's like 70 something genders, and like one of them's like like lunar sexual or some shit. Like they're like literally like identify as like moon people and shit like that. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think we should respect all genders. Like some identities are like I identify as like a kindred moon spirit, or I identify as like a wolfkin, and it's just like, no, I'm sorry, man. Like, no, I respect you in the fact that you're a human being that can suffer and stuff, but I don't respect you as a wolfkin. You know what I mean?
there's also the n- non-binary, so they have
Oh yeah, they don't identify
so
either.
it does. I guess they don't. It means they don't have traits of. Don't see themselves having traits of both a woman and a man, I'm not sure what it. And then it's also confusing what is the traits for a man and a woman exactly that has
Pretty much.
confused me. So some say that men are more has more of this and that, but I think men and women are very similar too.
Agreed.
Uh, yeah, they seem very similar.
No, I agree. Yeah, it's kind of there's almost nothing majorly different between us other than like our chemicals, I guess a little bit and stuff like that. But for the most part, women and men are fairly similar. It's just small differences. It's basically social, not really necessarily biological for the most part. But also a lot of the similarities are also social. Hmm. I mean, my question kind of is like a lot of the culture says like there's no like such thing as being like masculine or feminine. It's just like, those are all artificially assigned by culture. And other people will say it's the opposite. Like they're like am I have a more feminine side even though I'm a male or whatever. And other people say completely different things than even that. So I don't know. It's all over the place. It's weird. I don't understand most of it. That's why I basically just have the stance of like they should have legal protections, but I don't take them seriously outside of that. you know, it's like, hey, I'll take you as a human being. I think you should be protected, and you shouldn't, be discriminated against because you have like a potential mental illness. But I don't think that like like I don't know. Outside of basic transgenderism, I don't really see like people being like I identify as a stone, and then it's like yeah, it's like sorry, I'm not gonna respect your rock. Go rock on somewhere else.
There's the non-binary. There's the having both genders to also identifying as both, and then there's also gender fluid.
Yeah, gender fluid is weird.
So I guess it means that some days they see themselves as something, and other days they see themselves as not some. Yeah, whenever I think about it, my mind goes into some kind of my mind gets like overloaded. It feels with.
Hmm. Same.
But hmm, but even if I knew even if I knew even if it was 100% way to know that it was a mental illness, I would still try to pretend it wasn't because it's not a type of thing that leads. It's not a type of thing that is harmful to anyone.
I'm gonna be right back. My cat's fucking making a weird noise. I think he's throwing up a hairball. Yeah, big guy. There we go. Marco was just almost coughing a hairball up, but he's good now. Marco.
But the guest they identified themselves as having more of a personality of a man or the typical man or the typical woman and some. Um, I mean, yeah, maybe should research it a bit more.
Same. Can have that be our next meetup. It's about transgenderism.
What has Inmandam said about all that pronoun stuff?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure
Has he said
he's
anything?
probably cool with it for the most part. I think he thinks a lot of it's just kind of like people's opinions and stuff. But when it comes down to it, it's not like harmful or anything. Uh, like he thinks people should be allowed to transition. I think for sure. I don't know about pronouns though. What do you think of pronouns? I'll look that up. Let's see.
I don't know if someone having pronouns, even if that was flawed, would it be enough to just call it a?
Discredit them? Nah.
No, I was going to say if it was going to be enough for it to be a mental illness.
I mean, it's like dissociative identity disorder, I guess, or whatever. Kind of. Well, not really. It's more like disassociation, I guess, like gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria is the word that I meant to say. Uh,
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like if everyone in the world just suddenly started calling me the wrong gender, if they suddenly called me a woman or something, I'm not sure how I would feel about that. be mad? Would I be indifferent? I don't know. So it's kind of, and that doesn't happen. People that just yeah, it's hard to know for sure. How would I really feel?
True. Do you own any pets, by the way, or
No.
what was your response earlier to that one to Kaz's question about pets? Do you think it's ethical to own pets, or
Yeah, potentially in some cases, but generally not. No.
understand?
If one had like this famous dog that could perform this really special trick, and and one got a lot of like 1 million upvotes on the Reddit because of it, and then a lot of followers there. In a situation like that, where in like magical fairy tale hypothetical situation, it could potentially be a good thing for net suffering, but just in real life circumstances, it's not. But there's also what if there was this dog in? Oh yeah, yeah. But but even talking about putting dogs down, I guess even wouldn't that give more? Wouldn't even that be giving someone like the anti-F-list channel more like material to work with?
Hmm, maybe. I mean, I don't know if animals ethics is really going to be something that he would care about, but maybe it would be. Hmm. I mean, telling people not to have pets would be a little potentially something he might hop on board with. You know, he might be like, or what is that? But yeah, Marco here would be better off ceasing existence, but he's a good guy. So he gets to say to eliminate birds. He just stifled the dog's nature, which can be good, but usually it's just punishing them just for being a dog. Pretty much. I mean, dogs can luckily be vegan. Cats, on the other hand, it's a little bit more complicated. Isn't that right, Marco? You can't really be vegan. Probably. Maybe you can. Still haven't decided if what the science says on that is coming to. Can y'all hear my cat purr?
No.
Probably not. No, I'm guessing it's just silence. Yeah.
Yeah, like one can get some comfort from one's pets. Maybe if one gets enough comfort from the pets, maybe it can help oneself a bit. And that alone isn't enough to justify it, I think. But if that comfort leads to one make doing more tolerating doing activism more, perhaps maybe that could help.
Yeah. Cat's a little box on my bed, by the way. Look at that. Yeah. Marco's a little mortalist over here, ending all of the critters' lives. Well, trying to. He's kind of an asshole, actually. He keeps them alive to play with them. Can you all hear him then, or no?
Someone commented, "What is your favorite Quebec type of? Is that a cigarette brand?"
Jason, Matt, what's your favorite Quebec type of smoke? I don't know. I'll look it up.
It would maybe it's the one with the highest nicotine content in the whole world. Maybe.
Maybe. Quebec. Quebec.
Quebec.
Smoke. Hmm. Oh, what's your favorite type of weed pen? Oh, Northern Lights is my favorite strain. I don't really have like a favorite brand or anything of that nature. My favorite strain is Northern Lights, which is an indica. Northern Lights is the way. Why would someone kill Hina? Because Hina is a snitch.
Come to think of it, for someone that has only 30 subscribers, you get more
Oh, what was that?
comments than for someone that has so For someone that has 30 subscribers, you get more live stream comments than me.
Hmm. Is it then who?
No, I just thought you get a lot of live stream comments relative to your subscriber, the amount of subscribers you have.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess I am a pretty charismatic dude, so it makes sense. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why it's. I don't know why I have decent amount of views and likes compared to my subscriber count, but
You have
to be
that
fair,
Facebook group that helps.
yeah, I have a Facebook group with almost 40 people in it.
I've tried having some streams on just music streams on, and that didn't seem to get a lot of comments on. But I guess it's different people. It's easier for people to like normal talking. It, and it's not like people have that vast of a preference on talks
Pretty much,
when they
yeah.
have it something like music.
It helps live stream to three different places all at the same time, so I think that helps as well. It gets like the viewer count up higher, faster. Y'all caught 30 fish. Hmm. My dad went fishing. Yeah, fish feel pain, but it really do be. But when it comes down to it, they also feel pain in the wild, so it's probably a good thing to catch them and kill them anyways, so they don't breed and create more fish.
I have a
Unfortunately,
feeling that maybe in fresh water it's easier to prevent fish suffering by fishing perhaps. But in an ocean where they eat each other and stuff, it can be a bit harder to predict the outcome.
that's true. We are overfishing in the oceans. We're gonna fish the oceans dry by like 2100 or something. Because the pH levels are already making coral reefs go extinct, and we're already overfishing. So that's good news and a suffering level thing. Not for humans, but for animal suffering, because there'll be no animals to suffer if they're gone. So, when will we fish the ocean dry, per se? When will the ocean be dead in 50 years? Probably.
Do you know if Doom Wizard is Doom Wizard AN, by the way?
I imagine Doom Wizards and he.
It might be more circumstantial AN due to the circumstances. Maybe if things were different, he would not be. I'm not sure.
Saw a fish skinned alive today by a bear on TikTok and everybody thought it was hilarious. Yeah, I mean, it's because people are fucked up for no
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah,
Doom Wizard, let's type in his channel on YouTube. I want to find
yeah.
out. I forget his actual name. Um, Doom Wizard, it's not that. He's called something else. One second. Subscriptions, Mr. Dude, you can. Reagan, that's his name. Reagan. Playlists. Climate emergency. He's mainly focusing on climate stuff. Reagan Parenton. By Hildersum. No, he just talks about the climate. He doesn't really talk about antinatalism, I don't think. He goes on to launch his podcast, which is a little weird considering it's an antinatalist podcast. But perhaps it's just because he denies transhumanism and thinks it's never going to occur, and do not watch as a transhumanist. So perhaps that's why he kind of goes down there. I don't really know. That would be my guess.
But I feel there must be a reason why he speaks of doom. Like, I thought if the circumstances are really that bad and it's like being on death row, maybe it would be better to not know about it. But maybe he thinks one should warn people in order for people to not be brought into the world right when it's going to get ugly. Maybe that's why he is the doom wizard.
Maybe. I don't see any of his videos, though, really saying anything about, like, antinatalism. Like, none of his titles are, like, stop having kids or, like, anything like that. It's just, like, climate emergency and, like, people are waking up to climate change and things like that, which makes me feel like, I don't know, maybe he thinks it's stupid to bring people into the world, but I don't think he believes there's, like, an obligation to not bring people into the world or something like that. I mean, it might be, but I'd have to ask him in the future if I ever see him on the Do Not Watch podcast again. I'm sure he'll be there so long as the Prophet guy is not there. Because if Deep Prophet's there, then, Reagan's just going to leave right away, which is fair, because Deep Prophet's pretty annoying. So.
Yeah, leave and the Prophet is comes on. Maybe we should in order for the Prophet, maybe we should make the podcast as annoying as possible, so the Prophet won't come on or something. But then Do Not Watch would moderate it, I guess, so that wouldn't be easy.
Yeah. Do Not Watch or just kick us out. Are you laughing at me? I'm laughing about my mom. Oh. My mom's scissors is really old and rusty, and when I like cut it, and the thing, it was like, and it sounded like she was going, huh? It kind of sounded like she was laughing. I'm like, I thought you were making fun of me going, huh, like that, and I was just like, that's fair. It's just my general insecurities coming out. Ugh. Well, been going on for 2 hours now. Let's see. Hmm. No, do you have anything else you want to talk about, Seb, or no?
Yeah, it depends how long you plan on making the stream.
I don't know. I'm kind of getting a little bit tired. So I'll think
Or
about editing the stream in a minute or two here.
so I'm going to say some closing words.
Yeah, go for it.
Hoop de doop de doo.
Whoopty doopty doo.
That's it.
Whoopty doopty doo, and that's it. That was just the best words I've ever heard in my life. So, have a good one, Sebastian.
Thanks.
Take care. Have a good night.
Take care. Bye bye.